Good afternoon, my friends. I do have a very nice point today, like dislocating a mind. So what you do is like you dislocate someone, drive them. In order to drive them, you dislocate all their mind, their heart, the whole component. It's like this computer, like a machine. You take the mind somewhere, goes somewhere, goes with some foggy kind of like people. You take the heart, there's this foggy goals, and like everything, you just decompartmentalize and dislocate. Mind dislocation. It's really amazing, man. This guy is really amazing, man. This Yosef Gabriel, like because Daniel Belezo was really fanatically. He was like, you can say he was like his god for a reason. So this Yosef Gabriel is he looks like this frog, this frog. He's got this hair that doesn't grow more than 0.5 centimeter, very kinky, and he's got that froggy eyes. And these Kunama people in Eritrea, in Baronto. Sorry, I'm not saying any bad thing about them, like people like Federico, like the guitar, Eritrean Hendrix, Jimi Hendrix, Eritrean, Federico, all these Kunama people, okay? So these Kunama people, my friend, and the Chumia tribe, we use butter like an oil for our women in their hair, okay? So these Kurama people, they take the bone marrow of an animal. It could be a cow or ox or any kind of animal like that. So we call it angu. It's bone marrow. It's a white thing. They take out of the animal, okay, cattle or something, and they use it like a butter, like a olive oil or any kind of just to moisturize their scalp, their head, and their hair. Okay, angu. This is bone marrow. Okay. So in 1991, was it 91? We went to Asmara to me representing my region, I could say, as a sportsman, okay? So as a basketball player. Before that, I was cyclist champion, my friend, okay? So I'm a super cyclist, global, famous guy, what do you expect, as you can see, even without having that cyclist championship, my friend, as you can see, the looks. I'm super champion, my friend. Hey, I'm not bragging, am I? So back to the mind dislocation. Man, goodness. I never seen such kind of barbarism in my entire life. Okay, so that's the Kunama. Okay, so we call it Archach or was it Chaurias Basila. Okay, so that kind of hair. Sometimes we have to teach these people. So we use that hair. We call it asbasla. You only use it to brush your shoes, to polish your shoes, okay? That's called asbasla, okay? It doesn't go more than 1 centimeter. Sorry, I'm not just trying to be very nasty to all people like that, but some people, I have to teach them a lesson, okay? Especially this Yusuf River. So that area, in the past, in ancient times, this was a place where the dwarfs, like pygmy, not sorry, pygmy in the northern hemisphere, but we call dinkem, from the ancient Egyptians, okay? So these were people who were used for entertainment, okay? For the royalties of the Egyptian pharaohs, okay? So that's what Yusuf Gabriel is, okay? Proper ugly frog guy, very proper, the worst fascist, Nazist, black guy, really ugly face. And the funny thing is, he just studied all this Greek philosophy, psychology, and he talks that language to apply it to the Eritreans. Okay, so he has this mind. Any light-skinned person, a man especially, because they are a threat for him. Okay, so he calls them bastard. Okay? Bastardization means some people who are mixed with Arabs, maybe some Europeans, maybe like my color. All the women, they love to have this kind of the skin, and it must be joking, isn't it? That's a threat for him, okay? So he pinpointed all the Tigrinya words, and he is saying nowadays the Eritrea is self-colonized nation. I think he has a mind. I think he was maybe referring to me, okay? Because the way he was saying, like, mind dislocation, that's the direction that leads you to, okay? So all the words that he's saying, Eritrea is colonized, okay? Because he uses Arabic language, okay? Some Italians, English. I'm speaking English, so I'm colonized, am I? I'm not colonized, like, it's like, I don't feel like, I'm just an escapee from sugar plantation, like Yusuf Gori Howard. No, I'm not colonizing, mama. I speak English and I speak my language and I speak Amharic, I speak Arabic, I speak Italian, everything, my friend. That's not colonizing, my friend. That's called superpower. Just use this African slang, okay? So this mind dislocation, this guy, he has this theory, like, Eritreans, what he's saying, like, his premises of the whole idea of his article, it's all about driving, okay? Hacking, dislocating mind of so much thousands, millions of Eritreans. He dislocated he dislocates their mind, the way they grow up, all their values they had, like, especially, like, if they are handsome, he makes them feel so inferior, an Arab, a bastard, a white man, an Italian, okay? So he inculcates the idea for them to feel inferior because they don't look like that kinky, froggy look face like him, okay? The guy is really, again, it's really evilish driver. He tries to drive the whole Eritreans to make them feel inferior as a colonized people, like, because they use some Arabic words. They got light skin, okay? So it's just amazing. He said the ELF, Eritrean Liberation Front, okay, were people who were fighting to Arabize Eritrea, okay? So, okay, well, there's a lot of Arabic influence in our region because, my friend, we are a very tiny population, like not less than 5 million, okay, and we are surrounded by Arabic speaking clans, and the whole region is Arab influenced, okay? You go Saudi Arabia, Yemen, the whole of Middle East, okay, and Sudan, even Ethiopia, my friend, like, 50, 60% of Ethiopian population are Muslims, okay? All these Harari people, Adore, Guragi. So it's impossible for us to escape. We don't have anywhere to go, my friend, unless we become an English people. And the English people are getting swamped by the Arabs and Muslims. Like, where are we going to run to, my friend? It's really disaster, Oh, my friend, I think we have to be Italian, my friend. Allora. My friend, even in Italy, they got a lot of Muslims, my friend. It's very scary, like, because he's going to call us colonized Italians, like, and you go to Spain. Come estás? And my friend, no, he doesn't want it, like, they don't have to be white, they don't have to have that light skin. This is the rationale, like, so he pinpointed all the Tigrinya words that are spoken now, and he has this idea they are most Jewish, names from the Bible, okay, from Old Testament and New Testament, okay. So what he's saying is it has to be pure Tigrinya, my friend. Like, we are influenced by the cultures that we are surrounded with and the cultures that we are interacting with. And he himself lives in America, my friend. Like, America is just a white country, okay? Of course, there are blacks, okay, former African American, former slaves, but it's a white country, okay? It's Mr. Donald Trump who drives the country, okay? You go to Europe, it's a white country. You go to Latino Arab, my friend, like, so he doesn't want us to be bastard. He doesn't want to use bastard language, something related to an Arab or Jewish or European. He has to be pure Eritrean, like this Adwala or Mandafara kind of thing. Like, so he just created this database of names of Eritreans, okay? So all these names, especially one thing that interested me was because I found the key, So he used this word called a lady, Abasala. Magic word, okay? Abasala is one of our distant relatives in Asmara, okay? So they used to live in Monopoly. Anyway, I think they were hiring the flat from Adam Harana family. He passed away as Marino.com owner. Okay, so these are Ndamamri Jacob. Okay, so their daughter Abasala was light skinned, my friend. She looks literally like an Italian woman mixed with race. Okay, so he used that word. Okay, so imagine a kinky black guy. His hair it doesn't even grow less than 0.5 centimeter, and he calls other people's bastards, Arabs, all in a sudden uses that word Abasala. Magic, isn't it? Magic. But his idea is to dislocate people, to drive into madness. Okay, so Abasala, Aiden, Betty, and Hannah. Okay, Aiden is married a guy. I think he was a fighter. So I met her somewhere in Sambal. She's not that good looking, but she's a really lovely lady. Okay, Abasala, she's very sweet. Okay, Betty and Adahanat now they are in London. Okay, they are my relatives. Okay, so many years ago, probably around maybe 20 years or 90 years ago, when Betty, she used to live in Germany, when she came into the country, she just made me listen Eritrean TV live. Taniko, okay, Taniko means okay. That was a mind dislocation, okay. So from that time on, her system came under Hanat, obviously, like So that was where this mind dislocation strategy policy has started. Abasala, okay, so he was saying like, oh, gold painted Abasala, like this craft gold painted. This is really nice, when gold paints you, like when you're sleeping with your woman and gold paints the girl and she becomes adult lady called Abasala, means like gold paint. Okay, in the canvas, in the canvas, and you got the art Abasala. So he mentioned all the other trans names, my friend. All of them, the women especially. I think he was mentioning all these women. His whole idea was to make them feel emotionally softer towards his love. Okay, so he is casting me in a way from the whole of them, telling them I'm a bastard. I look like an Arab. Okay, it mixes race, like So these people, my friend, all these people from the ancient Ethiopia itself, my friend, they were choosing a leader who is so handsome, very tall, because all of them are dwarfs, all of them are dinky. Okay, so that's the whole idea. Okay, so we are somehow related to all these Libyans, the Egyptian pharaohs, my friend. They were our brothers. Okay, that coastal area especially. Okay, so all the Sudanese, all the Somalis, my friend. You see all the Somali women, my friend, tall and like slender. And imagine Yosef Gabriel asks one of them, my friend. You're not gonna have a chance, my friend. If I ask them, my friend, all of them say, Mashallah, ta'ala, ta'ala. Okay, that's the power of beauty. Okay, mixed with being a bastard. Okay, handsome bastard, beautiful bastard. Okay, so his whole idea of his article is about driving. First, he dislocates your mind. They say just you are in love with the dark chocolate girl. Okay, so because the whole idea was to dissolve you. They dissolve you like so you are vanishing. Okay, dissolve means like means like they suck you. So if you're in love with one kinky hair looking like kinky hair girl, black girl like him, okay, maybe she's his family related someone from his area, so they suck you emotionally, they dislocate your mind. At last you did. That's the whole idea of his article, okay? Because I'm trying to to make it clear for you, okay? So he was saying all these ALF, the Eritreans, they were fighting to have an Arab nation. Okay, understandable, because most of them were Muslim, born Jabati, some of them Sahwa, some of them Tigray, okay? Okay, we're not gonna dispute that, okay? Then he was saying, these are really worst people, my friend. They were going to be Arabs, number one. Number two, he was saying, like, at least the Tigrinya speaking people were they had more tangible idea to liberate Eritrea and take it back to the Italian idea of, colonize mind, okay? So he was saying all these people went to Sahel because they wanted to have Asmara Italian identity, okay? So he is saying our parents didn't have that complexity, that complex, inferior complex. They were always like themselves. But this new generation, my friend, they are Italians. they are messed up, colonized. What he is saying is like, they have to be like this Konama kind of thing, okay, with their bone marrow, like an oil, okay. So that's the whole idea, okay. So he put a lot of idea. The history is so long because the whole idea is to dislocate the mind, okay. He used the word driving in his article, okay. So he drives people into madness, then they dislocate, then they live in that, like, fuzzy world, hovering somewhere. They don't believe anyway because they are bastards, my friend. They are Arabs. That's the whole idea, okay. So so he was saying, now, my friend, the country is self-colonized, okay. So what he's saying is an Italian. You look at an Italian. Do you look like a white chocolatey? Is it white? What's the color? Chestnut, isn't it? So he's got a really ugly face, looking like a frog, my friend. Okay. So he said these people are self-colonized. Okay. So they live in the past, but they don't live in the future. They don't live in now. Okay. So in a way, he is saying what his article is all about: dislocating the mind. This is exactly what he did. Okay. Daniel Bellezza, he's fanatic. He's god of Daniel Bellezza. He was distributing his CD to everyone. So Asmarat, daughter, Betty called her son Naud. Naud is a boy. I'm his granddad. Sorry, his godson of Almaz, Daniel Bellezza, okay? So this is a word, Abasala, okay? So this is mind dislocation, okay? Somehow Ephraim has married, his son has married this dwarf from Ethiopia. Okay, I've been to his wedding, okay? So this was driving. They dislocated me from everywhere, but I pursue and I penetrate the whole trap, okay? This is a mind dislocation, okay? Because they had this idea, I look like a bastard. A bastard. Yeah, Habibi, yeah. You shoot that. So that's what they say, like, bastard. So it's mind driving, dislocation in the mind, then, like, you just finish them off. That's the whole idea, okay? So he brings all this idea here, and he doesn't feel comfortable with light-skinned girls, okay? So he just mentions all this this woman, Eritrean woman. Now they are into their 70s and 60s, like, so he's trying to soften their mind. So if all these women that they know me or they know other people that I know, if their names are mentioned in his article, they feel, hey man, this is the guy, this is a Konama guy from Baronto, like, we should be side with him. So he tries to soften all their hearts. So he's got database of all the area, the names of the women, everything. So it's a mind dislocation, and I feel very happy because this is just like, the roadmap policy that was implemented on me using my relatives and people like Betiel and all Ephraim and Brahane. The whole thing just makes sense now, my friend, because this is proof. I got written forms. This was a guy who was driving us to nuts, my friend, dislocating the mind. He could keep people, killing other people, like, So this is the policy, the nitty gritty, the guide, the user guide, standard operating procedure of how to dislocate all Eritreans into madness and kill them, liquidate them. Okay. So that is the policy, how it was implemented. I'm extremely very proud, very glad I found out. Like, I was sensing it for a long time, but this is a tangible proof and how it was working. And my friend, I'm extremely very worried for my kids, because this is the kind of strategy, tactics that they're gonna kill them with. And this is the proper. The guy is a psychologist and he did philosophy, So he knows what he's talking about. He knows the psyche of our society. He knows the Western countries because he's educated in the Western countries, like, So he applies really deadly. I don't think even the Nazis and the fascists were worse racists than him, like, But this is how it is, my friend. Eritreans, guys, if you are light skinned, especially women, because women, you ladies are very vulnerable. Okay, so this is how they will suck you out, dissolve you. Okay, so guys, that's how it is. Thank you very much, especially my kids. You are listening to this. and I'm trying to protect you from these really nasty, evil people. And it was like, this is the people, like, they dislocate my mind for or 20 something years. They were always eating and drinking with me, having fun with me, but they were killing me in a systematic way because, like, I wasn't going to anyone. So, like, what we need to be is, my friend, we have to have a lot of Italian friends, okay, English, British friends, Arabs, Africans, okay, Latinos, Chinese. So we better stretch our network so these people don't suck us out. They don't deserve us. Like, they don't dissolve us. Like, so this mind dislocation is really proper, very scary, my friend. It's very scary. If I didn't have any break and didn't run away from them, I think I would have been dead by now. I would have been sucked by now. Like, so guys, this is going to help you. And thank you very much. And you have a lovely day. All right. Bye.